So today we're back with another free car repair. You guys are familiar with the series, you already know what's going on, but for the new people that haven't watched the series yet, pretty much the sponsor of this video, Innova, is going to be giving us the opportunity to get one of my customers and we're going to repair their car completely free. So first we got to diagnose the check engine light, see what's going on, and then go from there. The customer is not aware of this at all. In their mind, they're expecting to pay parts and labor and whatever the total comes out to be, but at the end of the video we surprise them with a completely free car repair. Today's vehicle is going to be a 2006 Volvo S60. The vehicle has a check engine light and she had to tow in the vehicle because it suddenly just stopped on her and didn't really want to accelerate any forward anymore. When she got here to the shop, the car started up fine and it drove relatively fine, not too fine. We'll see why in a minute. As soon as I get into the vehicle, I can already feel it with a heavy misfire. Let's scan these codes and see what's going on exactly. We're gonna go ahead and hook up our... That hurt. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and hook up our Innova 5610 to the OBD2 port. We're gonna scan it, see what codes we got, and go from there. So as you guys can see right here, we have a P0302. We also have a P0301. So we're gonna use an old school method to really determine which cylinder is misfiring. So let me show you how to do that. So it's pretty simple. All we're gonna go ahead and do is unplug one of the ignition coils. And boom. So as you can see right there, the engine started running a lot rougher than before. Since it's running a lot rougher than before, we know that this cylinder is not our issue. We know that this ignition coil is working properly. So once we plug it back in, the engine runs better, but not perfect. So now we're gonna do the same thing to cylinder 2. And boom, we unplugged the ignition coil for cylinder number 2, and now there's no change to the vehicle at all. Now that we determined that cylinder 2 is our point of failure, what we're gonna go ahead and do is first we're gonna swap the ignition coils from 2 to 1, and then if the misfire follows, then we know that that's the ignition coil. But if it doesn't, then we're gonna have to look into other aspects. So this is cylinder 1 right here. 1. Okay, so now this is cylinder 2. What we're gonna do is pop this into cylinder 1 and vice versa. 1 is gonna go into 2. If the misfire follows, then we know that the ignition coil is at fault. Now that I unplugged it, we see the engine shaking a lot more than before. So on cylinder 1, we have the ignition coil from cylinder 2. And now that I unplugged it and the engine's running a lot rougher, we know that this ignition coil is good. Plug back in. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna swap these fuel injectors since these are relatively easy to take off. All right, we also gotta take off this fuel line right here. Boom, okay. This is our cylinder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is right here. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is the exact same test that we did on the ignition coil. So we're gonna be swapping 2 to 1 and then 1 to 2. The way we're gonna confirm that this fuel injector is no good is we're gonna unplug the ignition coil for cylinder 1. Once we remove the fuel injector from number 2 and move it to number 1, and if the engine starts shaking a whole bunch, like as we've shown you before, then that's pretty much our confirmation that the fuel injector is no good on this vehicle. Then we'll give a call to the customer and let her know. We're gonna swap these out real quick. It's pretty simple. They usually have a clip on the actual fuel injectors. You take out the clip and then one by one you can take them out. But on this Volvo, it's a little bit different. It actually has like a little rail holding it into place right here. So we gotta take off these 3 Torx screws and we should be able to pop 1, switch it with 2. Things are tough. Okay, this is 1. This is 2. Okay, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. So anytime that you're doing fuel injectors and you have something that has a seal like this, you always want to grease them up. The reason you want to grease them up is if you don't grease them, what happens is when you're putting it in to wherever it has to go, this little gasket right here would get pinched. This little gasket right here would get pinched, and then boom, now you got to replace the gasket, and now you're leaking fuel, etc, etc. Yeah, we're definitely gonna lube these up just to make sure that this doesn't get pinched. So that's 1. This one's 2. Boom. Okay, so now go back over here and we just pop these bad boys back in like that. Just literally push it in. Boom. Beautiful. All right, now we got to put this bad boy back on. Tighten our screws up. Boom. Okay, so now we have this rig tightened. We moved the fuel injectors. So now let's put it back onto the vehicle. I'll press this back into this vehicle. Boom. All we gotta do are connectors. All right, go. Let's see what happens. In theory, once we unplug cylinder 1, the car should stay the same. It shouldn't start shaking. And once we unplug cylinder 2, then the vehicle is gonna start shaking. That's gonna be our indication that fuel injector that is on cylinder 1 is no good. So let's see what happens. Okay, so we don't really have a change there. And as soon as we pull this one out, yeah, vehicle's starting to run a lot rougher than before. So that's our confirmation that cylinder 1 fuel injector is no good. So let's go ahead and order one and let the customer know. We're also gonna go ahead and change out that motor mount because the motor mount is god awful. As you guys can see right there, that motor mount is just gone. It's not even there really anymore. We're definitely gonna go ahead and advise the customer that she should replace it. Yeah, even if she doesn't approve for the motor mount, we're still gonna do it because that's just a safety hazard. Well, it's not really, it's a safety hazard, and one, it could just like ruin her suspension. It could break a couple of sensors, and in the long run, it's gonna cost her more money if she doesn't fix it now. So we're just gonna go ahead and change it out even if she doesn't approve it. Yeah, let's call the customer. Looks like we ordered the wrong part by accident. This is not the right fuel injector, so we got to return this. Now we got the right fuel injector. It took a while. It took like a couple hours for it to get here, but nonetheless, we now have it. As you guys can see right here, we have the same connector as the other ones. But yeah, let's go ahead and start installing this bad boy. Boom. That's one. If you guys aren't satisfied with my diagnosis, we're gonna go ahead and use the Innova multimeter to really confirm it. This is pretty much gonna tell us if the fuel injector is any good or if it's any bad. Okay, so we're gonna put this to the resistance setting, and all we're gonna do is we're just gonna test resistance. This is our brand new one. This is a good one, right? So we put that on that pin right there. Got one on pin. I'm gonna use this one over here as a second pin. Boom, boom. So we got both of those hooked up right there. And here's our red lead. We're gonna clamp it onto over here. So as you guys can see right here, we have a resistance of 15.2, about 15.5 to 15. It's about pretty average resistance. It's in spec. We got our brand new fuel injector from cylinder 1. Now it's time to go ahead and put this back onto the vehicle. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we shouldn't have any misfires at all. Let's turn this bad boy on. All right, cool. So as you guys can see right here, we no longer have a misfire. I mean, the engine is shaking a little bit. The reason it shakes a little bit, I mean, we don't have a motor mount. So we're gonna go ahead and get her that motor mount on there. But yeah, as for the check engine light and as the engine running, the engine seems to be running a lot better than before. Once I pull out one, the engine stumbles. Once I pull out two, it stumbles even more. All right, cool, this one's good to go. Let's go ahead and put this piece of wood here. Oh. Okay, so this is our old motor mount, non-existent at all. This thing is complete trash. It's not even holding onto the engine anymore. Here's our brand new one. As you can see, this is nice and all together, not like the other one. This one actually has something to hold and not just a hole. So let's put this back on. So we went ahead and put the new fuel injector. We also got the brand new motor mount on there because as you guys can see, the other one was absolutely horrible. Like that thing didn't work at all. It was garbage. We just went ahead and did it for the customer. One, it's a safety hazard. Two, she could end up breaking some more stuff on her vehicle and then it'll be more money. And all honestly, she's not gonna keep this vehicle forever. She's only gonna have this vehicle for another 2 to 3 months max, and then she's gonna get another vehicle. I just wanted to prevent from her having to invest any more money into this vehicle that will take money away from her brand new vehicle that she's gonna be getting. So yeah, we got rid of the misfire. We're gonna go ahead and clear the check engine light with the Innova 5610. Once we cleared it, we're gonna go ahead and go on a test drive. And once we're done with all of that, we call the customer and tell her to come pick it up. And lastly, surprise her with a completely free car repair. All right, so P0301, 300, and we got the P0302 that we already had before. So let's go ahead and erase this. Boom. Okay, now that we got rid of the check engine light, now it's time to see how it drives, see if it feels good. I usually do about 10 miles on my test drive.
Hey.
Hey, what's up, Jocelyn? Yeah, so the Volvo is all good to go. Last time I seen you, we did the spark plug ignition coil. Pretty much we had the same issue, but for a different reason. Okay. The reason this time that you had the misfire again was not due to the ignition coil, but this time a fuel injector went out. Okay, so I originally quoted you about like 380 parts and labor for the fuel injector, but I also noticed that that one of your motor mounts is completely gone. Yeah. So if I already mentioned it to you beforehand, that would have brought the balance up to like $600. So what I did is I went ahead and just replaced. I just went ahead and replaced it. The reason being is because I make YouTube videos, and for this video I have a sponsor. And pretty much my sponsor Innova is gonna cover the bill today.
Really?
Yeah. So the bill is completely free. You don't owe me anything, and yeah.
Damn. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm a single mom right now, and it's just my birthday has been really crazy. I'm really like struggling right now. Like this is so.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, I remember you mentioning last time that like you just had a kid not that long ago. Yeah, no, so I was like, you know, this would be like perfect opportunity. I also have a gift for you. This is the Innova 5610. This is a scanner that I use to diagnose your vehicle.
Oh, shit.
And the sponsor of this video wants me to give it to you, and this is pretty much yours. And you're pretty much all good to go. Let me just get you the key. Yeah, you're all good to go.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries. Alright, have a good day. Thank you guys if you made it this far into the video. Once again, thank you to the sponsor of the video, Innova. Today was a very long day. We had a lot of cars. I'm super tired, so I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go take a nap. Once again, thank you guys for watching the video. I'll see you guys later. Bye.